You wake up, feeling like you had the most incredible dream, only for it to slip through your fingers like sand. Within 5 minutes of waking up, 50% of your dream is gone. After 10 minutes, 90% is erased. It turns out that brain treats dreams as unimportant data, wiping them out to free up space for real memories. But here's something interesting. Sometimes you don't actually forget them. They just get buried. Have you ever experienced the deja vu? You know, that unsettling feeling that you've lived a moment before. Well, one theory suggests that deja vu happens when your brain recognizes a forgotten dream playing out in real life. In other words, your mind might have already seen this moment before while you were asleep. If that's true, then dreams aren't just a random noise. They might be glimpses, fragments of the future that your subconscious remembers before you do. The real question is this: if deja vu is proof that dreams predict reality, what else have you already dreamed about that hasn't happened yet? Every night your body goes through multiple sleep cycles: light sleep, deep sleep, and then REM sleep, which stands for rapid eye movement. And during this stage, your brain activity is almost as high as when you're awake. Your eyes dart back and forth under your eyelids, your breathing becomes irregular, and your heart rate spikes. And yet, you're completely paralyzed. Your brain shuts off control of your muscles so you don't act out your dreams. It's basically sleep's version of a lock screen. Some people, however, experience REM sleep without paralysis. This means their brains fail to shut off muscle movement, causing them to physically act out their dreams. Running, jumping, even fighting. You could say they're living the dream. Sorry, I had to. But this shouldn't be confused with sleepwalking. Sleepwalkers aren't dreaming at all. They're moving in a semi-conscious state during deep sleep, not REM, often with blank expressions and no memory of it the next day. Have you ever tried looking at the clock in your dream? Well, if you did, you'd have noticed something strange. Time won't stay still. Numbers change, hands move in impossible directions, time perception itself becomes distorted. That's because during REM sleep, your prefrontal cortex shuts down. This part of the brain is responsible for logical thinking, critical reasoning, and sequential processing. That's why you won't be able to read anything as well. The letters will become blurry, they will shift, rearrange themselves when you look away. So if you ever want to know whether you're dreaming or not, try picking up a book and start reading. Although, to be fair, this is solid advice for real life as well. Sometimes a dream feels different, more real. You start to notice things that don't make sense. The walls are shifting, the people don't look quite right. Maybe you tried reading a book and then you realize you're dreaming. And once you know, you can take control. This is called lucid dreaming, the ability to become aware inside a dream and manipulate it at will. Some people spend years training themselves to do it, others stumble into it by accident. The experience is so vivid that some even begin questioning reality itself. I know this sounds like the plot of Inception, but I myself became aware once in a dream, and I was finally able to win an argument. Speaking of Inception, the idea of planting thoughts into someone's dreams sounds like pure science fiction. Or is it? Scientists have found that dreams can be influenced, sometimes without you knowing. In a process called dream incubation, researchers have successfully planted ideas into people's dreams by playing sounds or phrases while they sleep. Many later reported dreaming exactly what was suggested. Even smell and touch can shape a dream. The scent of roses? pleasant dreams, rotten eggs, nightmares, a light pressure on your chest, dreams of suffocation. And of course, it's already being tested in advertising. In 2021, a beer company experimented with dream commercials, trying to make people dream about their product after watching an ad before bed. If the campaign was successful or not, that is still debatable. For now, though, dream hacking is limited. But if it improves, one day we might not get to choose who or what appears in our dreams. And if Dream Scenario taught us anything, is that we can always count on Nicolas Cage haunting our subconscious. Dreams are supposed to be a break from reality, a place where anything is possible, flying, time travel, and as we established earlier, winning arguments. But why does your subconscious prefer to terrorize you instead? Studies show that negative dreams, those filled with fear, anxiety, embarrassment, or outright nightmares, are far more common than happy ones. In fact, over 65% of reported dreams contain negative emotions. Why? Well, it's believed that it's part of an evolutionary survival mechanism. Your brain uses dreams as a way to simulate threats, essentially running what-if scenarios while you sleep. Ever dreamed about being chased, losing teeth, failing an exam you didn't even study for? These may be your brain's way of preparing for stress in real life. Perhaps that's the price of being human. By day, we chase our dreams. By night, they chase us. Earlier in this video, we talked about REM sleep behavior disorder, where people act out their dreams due to a lack of muscle paralysis during REM sleep. But what if the exact opposite happened? What if you wake up, but your body didn't? This is sleep paralysis, a terrifying condition where your mind wakes up but your body remains frozen in REM sleep. You can't move, you can't speak, and in many cases, you're not alone. People who experience sleep paralysis often report shadowy figures standing in their room, sitting on their chest, or whispering in their ear. Some describe the overwhelming sensation of being watched, trapped, or suffocated. And yes, sure, it can be explained as hallucination, a side effect of the brain lingering between sleep and wakefulness, causing dream imagery to bleed into reality. But if that's all it is, why do people across different cultures, different backgrounds, and different eras see the same figures? You'd think that after millions of years of evolution, our brains would let us sleep in peace. Instead, we get sleep paralysis demons and anxiety-fueled nightmares. Thanks, brain. Maybe dreams are nothing more than random illusions, or maybe they're the only time we see things clearly. Strange how we spend a third of our lives in them, yet barely remember.